What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Wright Way, and we have a great podcast going today. We got three of my favorite friends here. I might make a fourth or a fifth because it's like my space. This is gonna be my top 8 soon. What's up? We got Video Game Vulture. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yes, sir. What's poppin'? How y'all doing out there?
And we got Mega ZX that he gonna have to change his name one day.
Yes, sir. I'm already working on that. A patent and trend. A patent is working on it right now. So yeah, in about another month or so, it's gonna be good. But what's good, people?
And morphing into the stream, we got the Black Ranger.
It's morphing time. What's good, everybody? Happy Friday. Let's get the weekend started.
Yeah, man.
Shit, Mastodon. That's what's up.
I like that Power Ranger hat, man.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Target's finest, man. Target's finest.
Target's finest.
I love it. Hey, Target was stepping their swag game up, man. So I got to keep it with you, man.
And also, too, we'd like to welcome everybody in the chat. We are taking super chats tonight. If you would like to donate to the channel, we'll help out, build up the channel and stuff. Also, too, guys, if you've been following my my game room rebuild, you can see a little preview in the back. Won't show the full thing in about another week or two, but yeah, y'all, this week has been pretty crazy, from my end, being watching wrestling and stuff, I don't know if any of y'all are wrestling fans, but man, the tragic passing of Jay Briscoe was pretty crazy,
Yeah, I heard about
I was
that.
like, and I knew that guy, I photographed him so many times, I put on my Twitter and my Instagram. Funny story about that guy was when I took a picture of him, it was so funny. He always made sure he take care of people. And he said, "Hey, yo, man, you get the good picture?" I said, "Yeah, I got a picture, man." He said, "All right, man, let me get a copy." I said, "I'll email you a copy." He said, "Oh, I don't F with that. Just print me one out." Just country, just all down to earth. I was like, man, that is hilarious. And man, he just broken. Yeah, we don't mess with them emails. We won't do that stuff. We print it out. It'd be good with me, And they were just always cool. You could never hear a bad word about that guy, man. So I don't know if y'all knew about him, but man, some of his matches just amazing, just tragic. It just lets you know like the pettiness and you just don't know when you'll last. You never know when your last 5 minutes. Just man. But not trying to start on a somber note, but I'm just saying, like, guys, man, if you're out there, drop the petty stuff. Just love on people and just live your life. If you're not hurting nobody, live your life. Just have fun, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, anyway, what is going on with everybody? Black Ranger, what's going on with you this week?
Man, same old, just sitting around, being at home daddy. Right now, I'm good old. Thank the government for this good old 12 weeks of parental leave. So, taking advantage of that right now.
Oh, really? I know you do that.
Hey, shout out, man. That's what's up.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful thing. So just been around the house, me and baby girl just bonding. I'm her favorite person now, but I've been her favorite person. I'm everybody's favorite person. I can't help it. But just been having a good time and been trying to think of some things to do to change stuff around in the blurred cade, as I like to call it.
That's nice, man. Yeah.
That's about it.
Man, I know what you're talking about, changing stuff around. People do not realize when you're trying to like work on a game room. I thought it was gonna be like, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 days. Man, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks, and it's like you never really get it where you want to get it.
Yeah,
I've been tired. I've been tired, boss. I'm telling you, I've been tired. Tired with an S. I've been tired. Oh my gosh, man. Mega, what's going with you, man? How's everything going?
Everything's going good, man. Catching up on some games. I got 2 videos dropping. I was supposed to release one today, but when I was going through some final rough cuts, I was like, I think I can do better. So it's being postponed for the day, and it's coming out tomorrow sometime, probably in the morning sometime. So that'll be out there for you boys. But everything's coming along good, man. Catching up on gaming. Probably gonna go out do some thrift store hunting probably tomorrow too, since Saturday's my off day. So everything's looking good, man. Looking good. Had a good week, so.
That's what's up, man. I think I'm gonna do some game hunting tomorrow. I haven't been game hunting since I've been doing this game about 2 weeks probably, and I need to, but I don't have no desire to go buy no games. I just got desire to like put new stuff in here, like this,
right?
Because really, this is I want to say game room, but it's like kind of my office in type of place, and now I got like 2 game rooms, so just it's pretty good, you know.
Yep.
And somebody who missed last week, y'all, he finally woke up to make it to the podcast.
He had that nap, that
Yeah,
power nap.
Hey, y'all, he had that good nap, and he finally made it in the video game Vulture. What's up, man?
Sir. Man, cooling, man. Started my new position week before last. So set my office up. Got a little secret compartment in the bottom drawer of the desk. AKA
Secret
the
compartment.
Switch.
Oh, okay.
Did the doc review on the channel. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everything been cool, man. You know, still collecting the weed.
Man, you got a long ways to go, don't you, brother?
Not too much longer. We
Not too
over
much
900 right now.
You what?
We over 900. We're third. We 3/4 of the way there.
900. Good
Yes, sir.
Lord. Hey, man.
Everything.
One day I hope to excel like you, man. That's what's up.
Man.
Yes.
That's a soldier's war right there.
Hey, before we get Carter Conway said, Vulture, what's your favorite SNES game?
SNES game. Oh, I just bought that, didn't I, Black Ranger?
Yes, sir.
What? If it wasn't on the other side, I would go grab it, man. NBA Live 95, brother.
Dude.
Oh, no. That's one of them. I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorites. Like, that started the live series, and I remember that game like it was yesterday. Very important to me. You know, big basketball fan, big video game fan. So, yeah, I bought that box. Nice little case.
How much was it? But like, it was about $10, wasn't it? It was cheap, wasn't it?
14.
Okay, yeah.
I ain't beef with him. I ain't riff with him about it.
Man, dude, can you still like go all the way down not half court, all the way down to the other opponent's basket and then just throw like a Hail Mary and still make it? I know it was 95 and 96 that you can do that.
Sometimes, especially with player 99, you know, that was Michael Jordan.
Oh, was it?
I still remember doing that in Live 98 on the Saturn.
Yes, sir.
Well, Allen Iverson, shoot, y'all couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah,
that was my boy.
I ain't know Jordan was I forgot he was in that.
That was the name, player number 99.
Oh wow, did he have all the stats?
For the most part, yeah, he was a beast.
Man, he be live. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Those games used to go so hard. They were so fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just like, I'm glad you brought that memory back up. Man, that was just amazing.
Yeah.
Someone Carter said, he said NBA Jam is his.
Oh, absolutely.
Mine is a Double Dragon, Battletoads all day, Mysticals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Battletoads, especially the soundtrack. I love this. That's probably the best soundtrack on the Super Nintendo to me. Well, in the top 5, because I always got to rotate Mega Man.
Yeah.
It's X1 or 2. X1, because 2 and 3, it just wasn't really. 1 was good. 1 was like damn near perfect, you know? Look at life. Somebody can't make it, but y'all make sure y'all go.
But he'll be in the comment section. He
in the comment section. Leprechaun saying, Black Ranger, how many wrestling DVDs do you got right now?
Wrestling DVDs, probably like 14.
14?
Yeah, not that many. I still got, that's DVDs. I still got tapes too. I got old Stone Cold tapes, Undertaker tapes, The Rock, McFoley, like all them on VHS. Like I started off young with them, but I still got a couple of DVDs. I actually had one, like an older DVD where they were talking about some of the older wrestlers. I sent it to Mr. Wright Way back. He sent me some stuff that I got on back.
What was it? I forgot. I got it in my thing. What is it?
It was like Superstars of Wrestling. It was like old.
Old. I gotta go up in there, man. Wow. I gotta go up there and check it out, man. It's still. I still got that letter you sent me, man. I put it on my refrigerator. I gotta take a picture and show you. But yeah, I appreciate that back in the day, man. It was just, I like it, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, man. So let's talk about it real quick. Nintendo Switch. Everybody like us. Well, I ain't really care, but I know a lot of people like, I want a Switch Pro. I need a new Switch. I need another Switch. And then my nephews for Christmas, they get Mario Kart and My Hero Academia, and that's the best thing since sliced bread. They don't care, you know.
Yep.
What my question is to all of you guys first: why do you think we need another Switch? And two, what do you think about this report that Nintendo is saying they're not bringing on new Switch hardware? They wait to next generation and they're gonna ride this out to the end of 2023. What do y'all think about that?
I'll probably say for me, I mean, just type of gamer I am. I'm always looking for like the newest and latest stuff. I mean, I'm always trying to see what's in like the next hot toy out there, and I'm always trying to see exactly what type of games that I can play on my Switch that I can't play anywhere else. Well, now that the Steam Deck's a thing now, I mean, I really got to worry about that. But I ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna. But you know, depending on who's in the comments, I'm trying to steer away from putting Steam Deck and Switch in the same sentence. But yeah, though, like in terms of me, I mean, I always like new hardware. Usually around this time, well, like the 5 or 6 year mark, usually they're supposed to have like some type of new hardware around the corner. And depending on how third parties look at it, that's mainly who is attraction for too. Because Nintendo, they're like wizards when it comes to like utilizing their own hardware when it comes to a lot of the games they make. So I mean that's no big deal for them, but it's mainly to to appease and attract third party developers because there's only so many of the newer games that's coming out that won't be able to run on the Switch. So I think Hogwarts Legacy that's coming out like 3 or 4 months after like all the other systems come out, so stuff like that. So like people who's like really into like third party game, that's probably is going to be the one to affect the most. But me, I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it either way. I mean, when I want a new system, I mean, yeah, like I said, I mean, I always like new tech. But other than that, I mean, I'm cool with rocking with it for another like year or two. But eventually, we're gonna get a Switch Pro. But that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a Pro. I think it'll be a brand new system. It'd be nice if it's like backwards compatible because, I mean, really, do we need it? Not really. We want it, yeah. I mean, I think only because the loudest people talking about it is only us YouTubers talking about it. You know, here on social media talking about it. When I look at like kids and like especially like my nephew over Christmas, he running around with a Switch Lite. You know, he don't care about no graphics and all that kind of stuff. He just caring about playing the game. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. I miss when that's what originally when I was first in the game. It was just about having fun. I didn't care about how. I remember plugging the Sega up when I got it for Christmas. I'll never forget. It was under my bed. I don't know how my parents put it under my bed while I was sleeping. All I found was Street Fighter 2 under the Christmas tree, and I was like, "What I'm supposed to do with a game and no system?" But like, I didn't care about graphics. Even plugging it up, I was like, "Oh, look at this compared to Nintendo! Like, we are moving, making waves." And now I can darn near see myself in the screen. But like having new hardware and all that stuff, like you said, it's just us. I still have my original Switch, and that's what I play on. Literally, the back on my Switch got burned on a toaster oven at my sister's house. It stopped working. I was about to tell her she had to buy me a new Switch, but it turned back on. Luckily, so. But I'm still riding with that. The only thing wrong with it, I can't use the little kickstand in the back. But I mean, that's the Switch playing on the TV right now, so it still works. So for me, like I said last week, I'm cheap. I'm frugal. So if I got it and it worked, I'm gonna ride out with it. But when something new comes out, it's like, all right, yeah, it's next gen. I gotta hop on this, especially if I'm a fanboy of the company. I like to say, yeah, been Nintendo fanboy forever. And that was something I think about, like the rise and fall and rise of Nintendo. It was like Nintendo went away and then resurgent. It's crazy how it happened, but for me, like if they're gonna do it, we're gonna see how it work out. I'm gonna still get what I want to play, and I'll definitely be around for the next one.
Yeah, they took a beat. They did take a beating during the Wii U era, which I was there for the Wii U, man. I was like, you know what? I was there for every Nintendo system. I was there for the 64, the 64. I was there with the GameCube, you know. I was there for like the Wii. I mean, just the 3DS, you know. I was for all of them. I think Nintendo had this roller coaster of like a system, you know, like they was dominant for the Super Nintendo, man. Nintendo was dominant, but the Super Nintendo took them to the next level. And the GameCube, no, what was it? Yeah, no, 64. I'm jumping over. See, that's that bad. The 64 wasn't that bad, but I mean, it was like what 10 good games on the system, really. You know, really 10 good games. And that controller was I like the controller. It was just people wasn't just there for it because they wanted, you know, That's when the PlayStation came out, and PlayStation was like,
Yeah.
And then they got bodied by the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 just killed everybody. And man, the PlayStation 2 is probably like just, oh my goodness. It's just like it was good. It was so good.
Yep.
But yeah, anybody else think about like so what do y'all think about it? You don't need what?
Well, as far as I'm concerned about it, they've had so many variations of the Switch. Now I've had every variation from the first version to the Lite, Super Mario Edition that I got my kiosk to the OLED. I mean, to me, like the life cycle of consoles is normally 7 to 8 years. So, we're kind of at that point. It's no point in doing another Switch unless they want to do like a Switch 2, where it's like a new console and they kind of just piggybacking off the previous generation and making it something new, kind of like what they did with the Wii U, because that's all the Nintendo Switch is the Wii U concept, and they just, to me, perfected it.
Yeah, it's like that beta. It was like the Wii U was the beta, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the tester, and y'all was saying like Nintendo was going up and down. I feel like it's a love-hate relationship with that aspect, because Nintendo just sticks to their guns.
Yeah,
and when you look at it, Nintendo has those franchise games that you can't get nowhere else. Like, I'm a diehard Nintendo fan, and they still stick to the market of at-home couch co-op games. And you don't get that feel from everything else. And I think everybody was just kind of riding the new wave and just, going along with that. But Nintendo is Nintendo. And I think that they, of course I would like them, I feel like, challenge Xbox and PlayStation, but I also feel like they know their lane and they stick to it, and I feel like they do it well. So me personally, I don't feel the need for not another version of the Switch unless it's like a total different concept and they're building upon it and not really, making another quote unquote version of the Switch. Like,
right.
I feel like they've invested, which outside of the OLED, I don't think was necessary, but that's just the route they chose. Hopefully they don't go down Sega's route when they was doing 8 different Sega Genesis consoles. Like, we don't need that.
And talking about somebody outdated, we got the Tech Buzz Gaming in the chat. He was saying, "What's up, Fruity Pebble?" Y'all, if y'all don't know, the Tech Buzz, when I started doing like videos on YouTube a long time ago, he helped me out a lot. I was doing stuff on the shows. He does really great like live streaming and stuff. And dude is great. We got this joke between me and him about because he's such a huge John Cena fan. He even dressed up like John Cena one year and looked like ridiculous. So he looked like a box of Fruity Pebbles on the internet, and he just looked horrible about it. But anyway, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. We got Andrew Smith. He said, "Yeah, Nintendo doesn't try to compete with anybody. They just do their."
Yep.
They do their own thing.
They march to the beat of their own drum, man, every time.
Yeah, They do, man. They do.
I saw a funny Nintendo meme this week. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all saw it. It was a picture that had the Wii U console and the gamepad, and they was like, "Oh, this didn't work. Let's just cut the sides off and name it the Switch." And when I looked at it, I was like, it really does just look like they broke the sides off the Wii U gamepad and made the Switch. Just made it thinner. I was like, yeah.
And what was that? You talk about that. Somebody showed me something, and I didn't pick up on it. I think it was the
Wii remote. Your mic too closer to you, man.
I think it was the Wii remote with the somehow the Wii remote, like the back end was like the N64 controller.
Oh yeah, right here, because like the 64. Like 64 controller, like if you look at the middle right here, it's actually like the not the joystick, but the
the nunchuck. Okay. Oh yeah,
like the nunchuck. If you look right here, this is actually the nunchuck. You look on the back.
Yeah, the back
even had the same dent. Okay. Yeah, I'm not realizing that, huh?
Yeah, it's the nunchuck. Okay. So Nintendo really, this is how I look at Nintendo. Nintendo always innovates their controller first. If you go back and look at the NES. Look how that D-pad was such revolutionary because they put a pad. Everybody tried to do a D-pad like Nintendo. Didn't work. Then the Super Nintendo. And then came the Nintendo's, 3D gaming. And then they evolved it to the GameCube, which it was weird, but it worked. Especially people love Smash. It worked.
Yes,
and then the Wii. And then look at the Switch. I mean, the Wii U, then the Switch. You just look at their important controllers. they like controller first, and then they always innovate around the controller. So if you look at history, then how would the controller work for the next big Nintendo thing? Because it works. It just this how if you look at, you can't deny history. The controllers are always first, then it's the system, then it's or it's the games, then the system. You know,
right?
Yeah, very innovative too.
They always just go look at just go look. I want everybody out there go look at like all your Nintendo controllers out there and just look at it and like, dang, that is right. Every controller, and the controller just the controller is because you think about it, I guess that's what you're gonna use to communicate with the game, right?
Very true.
You're gonna use the controller, then the game, then the system. Who cares how the box look? But they do care how it feels and play. That's smart. Because look at the Wii. When we came out, like, what the heck? How is this gonna work? You know, it didn't work for everything, but boy, that Wii tennis and Wii sports, boy.
Ooh, that got you up off the couch and started moving. That was a global phenomenon. Boy, everybody was on that.
Hey, you like, oh, you like, oh boy, and all you gotta do is just like this. Now, oh man, my wrist.
That's a fact. Yeah, and it's funny you talk about backwards compatibility, and when you look at the history of Nintendo kind of always have been. They've always implemented some sort of way of backwards compatibility. You know, you think about like the Super Game Boy and all the attachments that they had, where you could kind of go back to Wii, you could play the GameCube on. You know, they kind of always implemented that more than to me any other company with their console. So that's something that I could appreciate. They always find a way to kind of bring, you know, make you remember the last one. So, you know, just something to point out and keep in mind.
So let's go to the next subject, man. Let's talk about. It's kind of crazy because Microsoft is laying off over 10,000 employees. It is crazy. So I'm looking at the Reuters article right now. It says Microsoft to cut thousands of jobs over so many different divisions. Do you think that's gonna hurt the Xbox brand? Which, you know, I don't say nothing can really hurt it because they ain't bringing no games out, but
that always a shot at Xbox sometimes.
Yeah, man, you know
that's gonna be an ongoing joke. I got you.
And they got no dang games, man. So they're like, we ain't making no games. Might as well let people go. But no, I hate to see people lose their jobs about this stuff right here, man. What is going on, man? These companies people talk about, and we on this podcast we talk about varied things, but mostly video game based. But man, this recession is getting ready to come, man. Look at them damn eggs, y'all. I mean, eggs are like $5.
$5-$10. That's like usually people, cause you know, like that one thing that you'll have like a general rule on, like, all right, if I look at this or see this just to get like a price guesstimate on to see how worse things are, look at the price of eggs, and I'll tell you it's some shit's coming. Like that alone. I was seeing like in my local Publix, man, we got they got like a dozen assortment of eggs. It's like $9. I said, well, hey, look, I don't condone stealing, but hey, at the same time, hey, look, people out here gonna start making some moves, man, because these grocery prices, it's getting out of hand, man.
The gamer girl said that $8 over there. It's like, God dang.
You eat through eggs fast too. That's like such a basic like necessity or just basic grocery
like
item.
Bread and milk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know.
I hope it is going to be cold too. I hope it don't snow because you know everybody buy the bread, eggs, and milk. Why do already people buy bread, eggs, and milk when they get ready to snow? You know,
because that's
I'll be stocking up on it.
But you know,
it's supply.
But no, it's like all these big companies, you know, like last year we had Amazon shut their gaming system down. Now we get Microsoft's not going to shut down, but we do know they're not giving no numbers, but laying off 10,000 employees. You know, Xbox games division is not really doing great. People are wondering, we want real games. We want games for our system so we can brag on. Really, people want their branded Xbox games. It's done, you know. What are they gonna have this year? Like 4, maybe, like Starfield, Redfall, and something else we was talking about last week. I mean, what can we have besides Game Pass? Game Pass is great. Don't you know? But it's just really sad about it, man. Is that you know that it's don't be buying unnecessary stuff, you know.
I mean, it's a number of factors I think played a role in that. You know, obviously the pandemic affected a lot of things, but also, you know, when you really look at things on the grand scheme of things, the Xbox as a whole has not really been successful. It's just always been number two.
Mhm.
Like Xbox One didn't do that well as far as sales. You know, PlayStation 4 blew out the water. PS5 was blowing the Series X out the water. Not to say that it's bad, but that was one thing that I
That
spoke about on my
360 area was good. That 360
360
area.
era was good.
Yeah, 360 was
But,
really
but,
good.
but when you look at sales in comparison to the PS3,
Mhm.
and then even like the fact the Red Ring of Death, like all those things played a role. And yes, they got better with building, but as a whole, they're just not they're just number two when it comes down to it. And that's really just a matter of opinion, because if you're a Nintendo fan, you're probably not gonna put Xbox number two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's sad to see people go. But that was one thing that I frowned upon, like the cross-gen gaming and stuff like that. I want to see it go back to where you go to certain consoles for certain games. You know what I'm saying? Like PlayStation had Crash Bandicoot, and I think no, they didn't start with GTA, but how Dreamcast had the Sega sports games.
Mhm.
Nintendo, they stuck to theirs. You ain't getting Nintendo games from nowhere else, and you gonna pay top dollar. Like I want to see it go back to that,
Still
where
paying
it's
top dollar.
actually a console war. Because is it a console war at this
I don't
point?
think so. I don't
You
think it's a
know,
console war. That's why I would disagree. I don't want a console war. I do want, because we all get every system, so it's really console war is just really silly fanboyism. Like Tickbus Gaming he says like the layoffs are the surplus. He said COVID causing the shutdown and how the influx of people to get caught back up, and that's kind of
Yeah.
on the point of like COVID. Them 2 years, man,
it hurt a
we
lot
just
of people.
lost so much, and so
Yeah,
so many things happened during COVID. Games delays and all this kind of stuff. We could have had probably a Switch Pro probably, but remember when that boat got stuck out and was in China somewhere? That boat got stuck and had all like amiibos and Nintendo products and
Oh yeah,
the
all those like
systems and all
gaming
that
products
stuff.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it just got stuck, and then like magically, when after COVID, everything come back in.
Yeah.
Game Knobs, he was saying like they feel accepting awards as 10K loses these jobs. Meanwhile, they're about to add 12K more from Activision Blizzard. Oh yeah, like game, and that's another thing too. Like Xbox is trying to be number one because they buying up all these studios and stuff, and trying to be a monopoly. Man, what if they buy a lot of studios? Like it could be down to Microsoft and Nintendo. It could be. Or I mean, I don't say PlayStation will never get bought, but you never know. You never know because PlayStation is not even in Japan that much like they used to be. I mean, all games went to like here to the United States. That's really good for jobs here, but you don't really see like you saw like in the early 2000s. Doing the 360 era or doing like the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2 era. You don't see that stuff no more.
Yeah.
And I do feel bad for people losing their jobs. Don't get me wrong. I hate, and that's why I always hate when people say, "I hope GameStop closes." I don't hope I don't want people to lose their jobs, but also too the people they hire and the managers they hire. It's really so we can go another 10 hours talking about how things are messed up at GameStop and how people are. We're just craziness.
Like I think to add to like the whole thing with like Microsoft, and it's not even them, it's like the better half of like 2 months or so, like Meta. I know they've had like a lot of layoffs. Amazon, Microsoft. Actually, Amazon, Microsoft, and there was another tech company. All of them had layoffs, I think, around the same time. Like all of them literally had like their announcement they were laying off like about a total of like 30,000 each, like the same day. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, did all y'all just like get on like a Google Skype call or something and say, all right, we're gonna fire this many people, we're gonna fire this many people? I'm like, dang, I'm thinking all of y'all just are just cahoots with one another, just getting rid of jobs and stuff like this at such a short moment's notice. But with Microsoft, and to add to like what Steve was saying, like they're out here making all these acquisitions and stuff. I mean, granted, Microsoft pockets is long. I mean, I understand that they're close to being $1 trillion company if they haven't already hit that threshold. But now I'm thinking, like, since now they're going out and like spending so much money on like a lot of the competition out there, since you're trying to monopolize it, like you were saying before, I'm thinking now a lot of the stuff that they visualize with these companies is probably not coming to fruition, because whenever you buy a company, of course, you have like legal matters and the stuff that they already got to take care of before they get bought out, whatever type of contractual obligation you got to do, before everything's finalized. And the whole Blizzard Activision thing they got going on, that's not going to be finalized till like April or May this year. So they already spent the money on that, and they're probably looking more so for, all right, what's to come after that? You spent almost $80 billion on this company. How are you going to recoup most of that money? So now I'm thinking, if I was an executive, I'm thinking like from the top on down, like how am I going to maximize on the amount of money that I'm spending on the company that I just bought, and two, how am I going to incorporate them into whatever business model that I got now? Because granted, Activision Blizzard got hella games, right? But how long a lot of those games are going to take to actually get approved and go through like Game Pass and stuff like that? And then and then Game Pass, cool. It's what, like $10, $15 a month. Granted, when that deal go through, I guarantee you by end of this year, that joint gonna be about $20. You're gonna be spending like a Netflix subscription on that thing. So my thing is just like they're spending a lot of money out here, but I don't think they're realizing exactly like what they're gonna be doing with the stuff they got. So I mean, it may just be a situation to where I want it just so you can have it. So that's how I think they're doing things.
Well, I feel like they got a franchise that's a part of that deal that they can recoup the money for if they do it the right way.
They do it the right way.
Yep, that's true.
Make Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox.
PlayStation ain't trying to hear that.
I'm just saying.
They're mad about that already.
They are going to war over that one game. They said forget everything else. That Call of Duty,
like PlayStation.
I'm not even saying, but I understand how they want to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Like use one of your older games like Killzone. Like put Killzone on. People forget how.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have franchises that they could revamp. SOCOM was
good. Remember you got SOCOM back in the day with the headset.
The one that came to your controller.
All in the box.
And Killzone, all them. I bought Killzone day one with the gun on PlayStation 3.
Oh, you talking about that little light gun with the attachment at the end of it? Yeah, I got that one too. Yeah, I still got that.
Man, Killzone is Kills. If you go right back now and play Killzone 2, y'all, Killzone 2 still holds up. You're like, what? Nobody played it. Nobody played it because of Call of Duty. Call of Duty was killing. Call of Duty 3 was good. When I played Call of Duty 3 on Xbox 360, and when I got off that little thing, I was like, oh no, it's Call of Duty 2. I'm sorry, Call of Duty 2 and 3, but 2 was iconic. Call of Duty 2 was just freaking iconic. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Black Ranger, what you got to say about it, man?
Man, it's so many different factors that play into it because I'm thinking about it now. Like, it's a lot of stuff with the Xbox, but me, working in the government, I work personally with people from Microsoft who hold contracts, and they losing out on a lot of government contracts on things to other companies. So that's also affecting, I guess, the layoffs and, the money that they're bringing in and the people they can keep on. Because I've been, looking around and with, they're not just competing with the Xbox. Yeah, Xbox, we know that is the flagship in the gaming community, but you got, the Microsoft Surface, then you got Microsoft Home Suite on computers. These things are, they're trying to make improvements, but it's not really getting that much better with a lot of the stuff that's going on. So they keep adding stuff and keep getting bugs on this and that. So now the actual tech of it, computers, PC, all that is affecting what's going on in the gaming world. And, of course, the gaming world looking at it like, hey, man, what y'all going to do? Like, y'all laying all these people off, how it's going to affect our games. I mean, don't get me wrong. How is it going to affect, the gaming world? Like, what y'all going to do? And like you're saying, I thought about it last week with the Call of Duty stuff. Are they going, like, if they make Call of Duty exclusive to only Xbox, that was the one thing. There was a little bit of a Xbox PS war going on early in the year when they said they were buying Activision and Blizzard, and they was like, oh, Call of Duty only going to be on Xbox. You PS bums not going to get this. And I'm like,
that was a civil war going on, man. Like that's an understatement. That's an understatement how much they was bickering back and forth.
Oh boy, that'll be something, yo. That'll be something. I want it to happen. But when you Black Ranger had maybe you just jogged my memory, talk about all the old Microsoft products and stuff. Like, see, if you think about it, really just think about it. Since let me see. This is just kind of what I observe. Because I don't know. I just what I observe because been doing tech and Nintendo, not Nintendo, but Microsoft has always been paying catch up since Windows 98. You know, Windows, it seems like a weird transition when Bill Gates kind of like started getting out the picture, and then Windows 2000 came. It was just like, slowly decline. The Xbox said, boom, Xbox brought them like way up here. The original Xbox, then the 360, and then that stupid stuff when they did the Xbox VCR1 just started going like this. Started going like this, just going nosedive. And then Xbox Game Pass brought them back a little bit. And these acquisitions kind of like, they still, it's like Microsoft is like Top Gun. It's like the game Top Gun. Like you're trying to land a plane on the ship or refuel. That shit is hard.
I feel like Microsoft got complacent because early Microsoft, I can remember back in elementary school, all the computers we had Mac computers, and we had Oregon Trail and all the other games. But Oregon Trail is the only thing that mattered. But Mac computer
on Apple too.
Hey, at one point, Mac kind of fell off. That's when it was just Macintosh.
Yes,
Macintosh computers, and then Microsoft took over. It was just all PCs everywhere.
Yep.
When the iPhone originally came out, and Steve Jobs was like, "Oh, we can make money doing all types of stuff." They want the phone. Then Mac, the Mac PCs and the MacBook started coming out, and then Microsoft has just been in the back seat. Like, how can we upgrade our system? What can we do? Like, how do we catch up to what they're doing on these systems, on these computers? From, like you said, just from the phones. They got phones, tablets, computers, all that. And Microsoft is like, well, we got these PCs and this home suite and the Xbox, but y'all still kind of slacking. Like y'all behind on everything.
And we forgetting one major factor too, because I complained heavy about this when the Xbox Series X and PS5 was announced. What was Microsoft pushing? The biggest thing that they pushed to sell that Series X.
The Game Pass?
No. Full backwards compatibility.
Oh yeah.
They lied, and that pissed me off so bad.
Why?
Because I started going.
You said hold on. You said the one. You said the Series X or the one? What are you talking about?
The Series X, because it was supposed to be backwards compatible with everything. That's what they
it is kind of serious. It is kind of backwards compatible with everything.
Bro, I brought it home. I was buying original Xbox games for that reason. I'm like, all right, bet this is gonna be nice.
Oh, you saying how
it's select games.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. That every company do that bull mess though. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
That really made me feel some type of way because I was so pro. I was for that Xbox. I'm like, this is gonna be beautiful. Everything is gonna be able to play on this one thing. And then all of a sudden, after it came out, I remember putting in Simpsons Road Rage.
Oh, you got Road Rage.
Oh boy. Get that original Xbox for that.
Man. Yeah, I was upset. That really bothered me. And then, not to mention, just recently, I just bought Def Jam and Piper NY on the original Xbox, right?
You the only person I know who said NY.
Well, New York. So I bought that, and I'm like, all right, I'm playing on 360. Microsoft stopped supporting
it did.
the 360, so you can't update the console to play the game.
No, you got to get a real. And
like
360 break it down bad.
Yeah.
They break down real bad. They ain't made to survive a long time. Like I've been through like 4 360s, and hopefully I try not to play my 360 no more. Just have them. I got like 2. I got a Star Wars and got a Halo 4, and I noticed some of them they shaking. They getting like,
oh yeah, especially you lay it vertically. You start playing the distance. Like man, I don't remember it shaking like that.
I was like, man.
Oh, they're Harlem shaking joint.
I think the best Xboxes to get is a Xbox One X or Xbox Series S. I think those are two best Xboxes to get until Xbox can bring out and say this is for Series X. What games really? I'm looking like. Let me see. I can show y'all like right here what games I don't even know what my 360 game. Where did it go? Hold on. Let me see. Oh. See,
new game room.
Reorganized room can't even find exactly what he needs. I
know, right? I'm grabbing like Batman and everything and stuff, but this is like my whole Xbox catalog right here. Xbox physical catalog. What do I got? Okay. Let's see, is any Series X games on here? Gears of War 4. Nope.
Game Pass.
Rare Replay. No.
That's only on Xbox. All right.
Arslan, the Warriors. This is okay. This game is really fun. Then this is a Series X game, but it's also Xbox One game. Demon Turf.
Ooh, I got that on Switch. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Mhm.
What the 360 game?
Game 3. That's on Game Pass too.
Halo.
Oh, that's definitely on Game Pass. Okay.
Game Pass. Soul Calibur
Soul Calibur 6. That's a good game.
They're gonna take it off of Game Pass, but
I would say yes on it's still on Game Pass, but eventually
Gears of War, Rare Replay.
Half of that's on Game Pass.
What? Gears 5 Game Pass.
Definitely on Game Pass.
And what else I get? That's it. I mean, why do I need to buy physical Xbox One game? I don't need to. I can buy 360 games. You know.
And I don't know if y'all heard this. I think I was at GameStop, and the guy was saying that the games that's coming out, like you were saying, is not exclusive to the Series X.
Mm-hmm.
Those games are optimized for the One X. They're not optimized for the Series X yet. None of them. There has been one game that came out, like you said, strictly for the Series X. Those games are optimized. They can run on Series X, but they're made for the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And now at this point, it's been 2 years?
Yep, 2 going on 3. So
yeah,
I haven't.
I haven't an excuse.
I haven't bought any games for the Series X because I had Game Pass. Only thing I bought for the Series X was Call of Duty. That's because I had the Ultimate Game Pass and I had Xbox Live. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason. Other than that, I haven't bought no game. It's nothing for me to buy on there.
You know what's interesting about Microsoft since actually this has been their MO like since they've been a company. I've noticed over the years, I think y'all probably heard it, but they excel very well when it comes to software, but hardware is kind of thing they kind of flounder on just a little bit. Like even like the comparisons y'all were just making when it comes to like the Series X, like what out there do you really need to justify getting a Series X for? I mean, there's nothing out there really. I can't think of a single game that will make somebody go out and buy. Oh yeah, I need to get that Series X because that's only on Series X. You don't need no Series X. I mean, if you have Xbox One, especially an Xbox One, an Xbox Series S, any of the Xboxes pretty much after 2013 and got Game Pass, you're pretty much good.
Yep.
Like you don't need to buy any type of physical hardware or any of that stuff. And especially since what they've been doing with Xbox Game Pass, because now they don't even report on like their hardware sales anymore. It's always about subscriber base. How many hours are people playing like Halo or this game? How many subs you got? How many subs you got year over the year? It's always stuff about subscription numbers. And again, that ties back into their whole software thing. So I don't even think Xbox is even concerned about selling Xboxes. They're mostly they're mostly concerned on Game Pass because they want subscription every year, but that's what they're pushing out the most.
They're trying to sell a subscription. That's what they're trying to do. Oh, hey, somebody in the chat got something for you, Mega. And I wanted to ask that too. You're saying like, are you wearing gaming glasses or script? If gaming glasses, what are they, and would you prefer them?
Yeah, these aren't gaming glasses. These are monitor glasses, but they can double because they also have like that filter to protect your eyes from like the screens, just in case you're looking at like computer monitors or TVs for long periods of time. The brand is
those are dope. How much you get those for?
I got these for $15 on Amazon because I always live on Amazon.
I got this gaming glasses I was looking for.
How do you pronounce this?
I need to do something like that.
It's called Any Love. Yeah, Any Love is on Amazon. I can post a link down there. But yeah, it's like 15, 20 bucks. Man. It comes with a dope case. So you get this. It comes with like glass cleaner, $15. Yeah, but I thoroughly enjoy it though. Every time I'm looking at stuff like this, I always have these on for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we free to get ready to do now. This is a thing we came up with. This part of the podcast we're gonna call show off. It's kind of like a show off, but we're gonna give it like a review show off type of deal. So every guest, everybody in the chat right now, we're gonna give you like our review on something that we've been playing with, either a game, controller, or something. Just so if you haven't seen it, you might like it. You can go out and get it. So we might change it up, but we're just gonna do something, see how this works out. But I'm gonna start at first, and I've been playing. I got a review unit, put it on the channel, and I got another one coming soon. We have the Brawler 64, the wireless controller.
Ooh, nice.
Right here. This is the Bluetooth wireless switch controller.
Ooh, that looks sexy. Ooh, okay. I was actually looking to get one of those. Okay.
But it does is like if you can't get your hand on one of these, which they're probably back in stock now, you might want to try your hand at this one right here. It plays really good with the Nintendo 64 online service. You also got to see the Retro Fighters. It's just pure white. It's really nice. You don't have the C, but let's go over it. So you have like the C buttons right here. You got B and A and start, same area. Now the analog, here in the middle, a lot of people don't too much care for that since a lot of people didn't grow up with the 64. They grew up with model controllers, so they move it over here. And as you can see, look, that snap back on that controller, it's good, just as good as this one right here. So
right, okay.
It's not as stiff as a Nintendo, but it's really, really good. It holds a pretty good charge. It connects. I think it's just me sometimes because it's hard to connect new controllers to the systems for me. But I absolutely do think this is really good. And I'm not saying it because they sent it to me. They sent me this one, and they sent me the oh yeah, it's in here, and the blue one. It's in both of them. And I open this up real quick so you can check it out and see the color of it, because you got to see that the color is aqua. It's really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like how the colors actually pop off, just like
Yep.
There you go.
Right.
I really do like it a lot, and it's wireless. This one thing. Oh look.
Oh yeah.
My switch about to turn on probably. You can see. You see how I push that button? It'll pop on in a minute.
Yeah, I like the design on that way better than the N64, because that was like one of my biggest pet peeves in N64. Like that. Like the fact that was the only controller I had to take my hand off to reach all the buttons. I didn't like that, so I had to use a third party. So
yeah, a lot of people,
I really like that one though. What you got?
A lot of people do not like the original Nintendo 64 controller, which I'd be like, really? But then I understand a lot of people didn't grow up with that controller, and that's
right.
If you didn't grow up with this, it's really kind of hard to just pick this back up and play games. Like that's why I think a lot of people overlooked in Nintendo 64 because of the controller, which I always say nothing wrong with it, because I mean I played with it. I said I need more hands.
I mean, it's all how you kind of configure your hands on the controller, because like essentially the D-pad was kind of obsolete on it. To be honest with you,
it really was. Yeah,
center and the right side.
And now when you play No Mercy though.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No Mercy,
I'm at to see you on that, Mr. Wright Way.
Yeah, you see that title over there, born for playing No Mercy. You better come with it.
He got that sitting on top of the case for a reason.
Come with it. Hey, me and what was Cool Toy at the where was it? Mo Game Con, and we had a Nintendo 64. They had a No Mercy test. No Mercy. Nintendo 64 No Mercy competition. There we go. I get it. I'm sorry, y'all. Look, I need to take a snap. But yeah, we had I can't get it out. Dang. We had a competition, and me and him made it to the end. We both picked Goldberg, and we were going back and forth. Boy, I think that match went on for at least about 25-30 minutes, but ended up winning. But I went up win the title. So yeah, hey, I'm ready. And Omega Sunnyman said he's happy for the AEW game. I am too. So
I'm
letting you know that. Hey, I'm letting you know I'm nasty in that game, bro. So if you want to come in, man, I'm gonna put you down.
All right, I'm about to see you, man. All right.
Hey, I put anybody down. I put that on everything. That's one game I know I can play.
Challenge.
Yes, let's do it. Put it on the channel. Well, all right, who want to go next?
Oh, since we're doing show and tell, I'll go next. Lately, I think I said even on last podcast, I've been collecting a lot more Sega Saturn games. Okay. But the thing about Sega Saturn, they didn't have a lot of wireless controllers. But when I went on Amazon, I found this little baby right here.
Ooh, I got that one.
What's this? Sega Saturn. Which brand makes it? Oh, Retrobit. The Sega Saturn Retrobit one. And actually, this one's wireless. It's 100% wireless. And actually, this one works on Sega Saturn, the Sega Genesis Mini, like the Mini Classics, PC, of course, PS3 and Switch. And I've actually been using it on pretty much all of them because I got a review coming out for it soon. But this is what it looks like. It's in the exact same format and layout of the original Sega Saturn controller.
The best 6-button controller of all time, I think.
Oh, you already know because I mainly bought this just for like fighters and stuff. So that's why it has like the 6-button configured right here. But nice and comfortable. I would say the only downside about the controller is just the triggers right here because it's kind of stiff for the most part. I don't know if y'all can really see that, but it doesn't really have like too much travel when you click it down. But battery life is good. I think on a single charge, it lasts me about, I think like maybe 22 hours or something like that. Nice. Anyway, it lasts for a very long time with this one single charge. But yeah, I use this on my Sega Saturn because now I have that hooked up to my main gaming set downstairs, and I want to have to drag that long ass cable from where my TV is at because when my TV is at to where my couch is at, it's about a good, I'll say like maybe 18 feet or something like that. So you gotta sit up real close. And ever since, and the older I get, the lazier I got. So I'm like, nah, I can't be doing that. So went ahead and bought one of these. And the cool thing about it is once you get it, it actually comes in this little case right here.
Yeah, man.
Jewel case. It was nice. So it came in like this.
That's super
I was like,
nice.
ooh, okay.
I like that.
Ooh, that's nasty. Okay.
Well, the price on it was like what, 34?
When I got it, it was 34. But the crazy thing about me is I don't know if I have a curse or something, but every time I buy something that I really like the following week or like a couple days later, that joint just go up in price. Like I bought this for $40, right? You go on Amazon right now. I only saw one more in stock, and it's the transparent color. Actually, it's the color that the Japanese had. It's like the white transparent. Yeah, the white one with the blue and green red buttons. They only have that color now, and that's going for like $69.99. I said, damn. Something told me I should have bought a second one. So now I gotta go out there. I gotta find one illegally or something to get one below whatever they selling for because
you can get the wire one for 19.
You said the wire? Oh no, I'm trying to stay away from wire, man. Come on now, man. We live in 2023, man. I ain't trying to go back to 1993. Get out of here, bro. Like, especially for Saturn games, man. I want this. Let's travel. But yeah, love this controller. But if I can find one that's right around the price I got it for, I recommend it.
Yeah.
So I recommend it, but I know $70 though. So
I see one on eBay. I see one on eBay right now, man. Putting the link. The one you got right now is like $23.
Oh, for real? Oh, bet.
Yeah, you search Sega Saturn Black Pad New. It's up there.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check that out right now.
Let me put this check right here in the link so somebody can go get that joint. But yeah, man, you know how Amazon be. Sometimes you just see them third-party sellers and they'll be just, what? I can't get it, you know. Or I hope that goes. Do y'all see that?
Yep.
Yeah,
I got it. Yep, I got it. I'm buying this right now. I ain't taking no chances.
All right, Black Ranger, what you want to talk about, man? What
can I talk about? I'm gonna talk about something that's actually kind of hated. It's not even new. It's just something that's hated in the game community for one of my favorite games.
Okay.
So this man can essentially review his entire room.
I know, right?
Basically, just point. Is that a Guitar Hero controller?
Yes.
Or is that Rock Band?
No, he got Guitar Hero Live.
This is Guitar Hero Live controller. Now, I'm actually going to talk about two. I don't want to get the other one down. It's up here behind the Wii box and everything. That's Power Gig. These were two of the coolest actual controllers for music games. Now, I'm a musician, so of course I love music games. And Guitar Heroes and stuff like that were the easiest games for me to ever like. I would challenge anybody except for them people I see playing on Expert like this online. I won't challenge them. But anybody in my local area, I'm not losing. I haven't lost since I was playing on the controller. That's how I got cheated when I first started. But these controllers are hated by people. I don't know why, because they changed the format. I guess people learned, how to play with the red, green, yellow, blue, orange, and just didn't like these. Like, I feel like I'm playing a real guitar.
Oh, so they like button mashing.
Yeah. They like now these, you can button mash on these, but you got to learn some chords. It's kind of like how me and Marcus, or Video Game Votary, was at Super Mag Fest when we was looking like fools on Dance Dance Revolution. You know what I'm saying? On easy, like
yes, sir.
On one, like but people hate these.
You mean to say is how he looked.
I won.
He cheated. Something wrong with my side.
Is that a rematch? Or he calling you out, man?
I think so. He did buy it. We're gonna make something happen. Hey, we go. But yes,
he gave away my show and tell.
Oh dang!
Wait a minute.
You gave away your show and tell.
You got something. It's something else that you bought that you had at the hotel that you could show off. You did a review on it. Most people don't know about it. Still, probably you can show that off too.
That would mean I would have to go back and get it because I just left to go get this.
Well, you can still talk about it. It's still pretty, but it's just something about these. Mainly Power Gig because it's an actual 5-string guitar. Like if you ever wanted to feel like you're really playing guitar, Power Gig was an amazing game, and I think they sold like 40 copies. I'm not gonna lie.
Power Gig was that one that was an actual guitar controller, right?
Yeah, it was.
I remember that.
Yeah,
one.
It's a real guitar. I still got it up there for PS3. Real guitar. The drum set was Bluetooth, which was terrible. Like I don't know if they had the first Bluetooth connection. But they was like, just hold the sticks up here. And I was like, I look dumb as hell. Like air guitar is one thing, air drums is one thing, but with sticks, now I look stupid for real. Like I was like, nothing came out. But the guitar, the hardest, I think people like the simplicity of the original Guitar Hero stuff. They don't like a challenge. Right. Now, what did suck about this is Guitar Hero Live went away so daggone fast. That if you bought it, they was like, look, we're going to refund you the money. You can keep the game, but you can't even use this no more. Because the online play for it was amazing.
I was like, you know what's funny about when you said that? Because when that guitar controller came out, I was still working at Best Buy. And I remember selling a mom and like her 6-year-old son that. And she was like, do you recommend this? And I was like, yeah, your son will be a rock star overnight. They came back the next day. It was like what that motherfucker? Where he? I was like, hey, look, it's a good thing I turned in my 2 weeks notice because I was already gone. I said, hey, look, any of your experiences that happen beyond the sale, that's complete beyond me. So that's whatever. Right. So it's funny when you said that.
This the real, they say music helps with math and hand-eye coordination. Mm-hmm. This guitar will. Like the regular red, blue, green, yellow, orange. That one helps, but this one, like I was in the stream, like, okay. I felt like I was playing like when you used to cheat on Duck Hunt and hold the light gun up to the screen.
Oh my God, you
had to play this one. but legit, give these games their due. I mean, you can't play them no more, so I'm just talking about them. It's just for nostalgia. I'm always talking about, this ain't really that old, but it's old enough for me. I'm old at heart, you know what I'm saying? Me and this gut gonna be here forever. But yeah.
Look, in the age we living in, anything that's a month old is old news. So
it's old.
It's like, man, that's old. That came out a month ago. I was like, damn.
Right.
What does that make me then? Shit.
A fossil.
We old out
here.
Oh
my God.
But yeah, I didn't fully ruin the surprise, Marcus. Come on, man.
All right, so one thing that I have been enjoying recently, I just picked up Super Mag Fest. If you haven't seen it, go check out my latest video. Is this beautiful being?
Revolution Universe. I seen that recently. Okay.
Had some action with the kids. I might upload a little bit of that footage. We had a good time playing that, especially after MagFest. We were, like Black Ranger was saying, although his side of the story, I think we had a little bit to drink, and I think that his thoughts, some reason he thought he was winning. Not realizing, I got put with like James Brown, you know what I'm saying? So I was up there doing my thing, getting perfects and all that, which hence led to this. And then you're like, oh no, I'm not playing you at home because it's different.
He hit you with that. Which one I get home? It's different.
It's different. Nah.
Last.
Nah, he say all that, but no.
Which one I get home? You could be talking that shit anymore.
I remember telling Black Ranger and my other homeboy, I was like, man, if I see DDR in there, I'm picking it up. As soon as I see it came around the corner, they like, well, there you go. What you gonna do? And I'm staring at it. I reached my budget, but somehow I end up with Def Jam Pfeiffer, New York.
There you go.
And there's Revolution. But I'm happy I picked this up, and it made me want to go and get other DDR games. Of course, I'm collecting weed, so I probably got 8 of those on the weed. I just need a pad.
Damn.
So
get that Def Jam NY, huh?
Yeah. New York. Right way. But yeah, Dance Dance Revolution is still a classic. I highly recommend it. I definitely want to get the one for GameCube with Mario dancing. I always thought that was like hilarious, Mario freaking dancing. Like I'm gonna go on YouTube and just like watch videos of DDR for GameCube just to see Mario dancing, break dancing, and like that.
I'm jealous because you know what? I can't play it because my foot won't register on that thing. So I'm like, man, I'm trying to do that thing. And I'm like, man, I can't do this thing.
But you know what though? Believe it or not, I actually thought like using this, you know, with your feet to press the buttons. I thought it was going to be difficult, but it's highly responsive. And what I realize is, you know, when you center yourself, you will get caught up where you thinking you got your foot on something and you don't. Mm-hmm. And I would look and I'm like way off. And I was thinking like my kids were supposed to be the dancers, but I was definitely beating them. So that's how I know Black Ranger's story was just like whatever's in his mind. I'm gonna let him have it. That's my man.
Look, man, you said James Brown. I say Michael. All right.
You're
not beating me.
Look at him.
I like how you had that on deck just to bring it up.
He said it's gonna come in handy one day. I got something for somebody.
It's always on deck. All right.
I'm gonna prove to you, bro. Look at it.
I like that little cutscene you had on your video too.
Oh yeah.
They got a sneak peek of me raging. That was funny. I was dying laughing when I watched that.
I gotta go check it. That was in the last video. I gotta go check it out.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been just so in stuff trying to get these videos and stuff out, man. I mean, that's cool, man. Well, that's what everybody is out. That's what we got reviews and stuff. Hope y'all like it. Y'all can get these links. Well, everybody, we don't have links for it, but if you see it on eBay or something, you may want to try it out. Go get it, man. It's pretty cool. We're doing like the second episode and stuff. What else do we want to talk about real quick tonight? Oh yeah. I don't know too much about it, but anybody talk about these GameCube remasters? Maybe the biggest one everybody was talking about is, you know, the Metroid trilogy, which I have it on my Steam Deck.
Oh, he said it.
Hey, look, I said it.
Hey, look, if Mr. Wright's ideals and beliefs does not reflect this podcast as a whole, all right? So don't you see nobody to me.
Man, you know what? Anything about the Steam Deck, it's quick. It's VR real quick, but the Steam Deck real quick. I think the Steam Deck is not a competition to the Switch. It's not. It looks like the Switch. It plays like it. But if you have the Switch and you have the Steam Deck, I still need to do videos on Steam Deck. It's a good compliment because, like, some things you can play on the Steam Deck, some things you can't play on the Switch. Well, really, you can play everything on the Switch. You play on the Steam Deck, really, if you got enough memory and stuff. But I think they're both great companions because you know what? They're companions. I don't want to say one is better. I can't say one is better because, like, the Switch, I can easily, you know, undock it and put it on TV and play. Same thing with the Switch, but same thing with the Steam Deck, but it's a little bit more. You got to buy a little bit more stuff with it. What do y'all think about that? With the Switch and who has a Steam Deck? Everybody got a Steam Deck, right?
I had one, but
it
was looking mighty nice to make a quick little profit off of. But I did make sure to do a review video, so I got to put that out soon. But,
okay.
When I had it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just the only thing about it was just like not the compactness, but like the size of it, because it was much bigger than what my Switch was, and my Switch, I have the like the Joy-Cons I have on my Switch.
Thank you, Sonic Man.
Yeah, the big box. Yeah, it was bigger than this, so I just couldn't grasp.
Yeah, like, when I put the review in it made it a little bigger.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I just couldn't grasp like the actual size of it. But when I had it, it was a phenomenal device. Because
definitely is.
Of course, I have a gaming PC, and I was like, man, it would be lovely if I could just take everything from this and have a portable. Which basically that's what it was. It was a great companion piece to like a really good gaming PC. So that's what I had it for. But I am gonna get mine back in probably like another week or two, because after seeing Steve's video and like some other friends that I got do review videos and stuff, I'm like, damn, I didn't really utilize to its full potential. I gotta get mine back. So in about another week or two, I'm gonna have mine.
But they talk about these GameCube remasters. The one, and it's so funny, like the game they talk about remastering. I got it with my when I got the Panasonic Q, it was the Baden Chaos, so high Katos like
Oh,
that.
Baton Chaos. It's pronounced like that,
Katos,
but
yeah.
Baton Chaos.
The
Yeah.
Eternal Wing, yeah. It's the Baden Chaos, Eternal Wings, and Lost Ocean. They both from Bandai Namco. Could they remaster those games? And I honestly haven't played them. I was collecting for GameCube. It was like it just didn't look good to me. It kind of reminded me of like a rip off of what's that game? I'm trying to think about it. I cannot. It's on the tip of my tongue now. Soul Reaver, I think. Yeah. Don't he look kind of?
I can see why you said that. Yeah, like with the
like
cape
Soul
and stuff.
Reaver. Yeah, don't he like Soul Reaver a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Because he got that thing around his face, but he got the wings and stuff. And
yep.
It kind of look kind of like.
See why you said that.
Soul Reaver back in the day, that game was dope. Oh my goodness, I played so much of Soul Reaver. That was when you go back and forth and stuff. They kind of had that like light and dark world, and you do here and then.
I remember.
It was just a weird, cool game. Let's talk about that. Like any weird, cool games y'all think y'all played that people need to play?
If we're talking about GameCube, like remasters and stuff, one game that I really did enjoy, but it was a weird game. It was really slept on. I got it. Oh, actually, right here. Mm-hmm. But if they were to remake or remaster GameCube games, I really hope that they remaster this one. Hold on.
Custom Robo?
Custom Robo? Yes, sir. This is one of the. Are you guys familiar with like a game called Virtual On? That was like on the Sega.
Oh yeah, Virtual On. I wanted the joysticks for the Saturn.
Oh yeah, like the robot ones. Yeah, like this was basically like a spiritual successor to that, and this was like a 4-player action brawler game. So this is one of the first games I got when I got my GameCube. But if we were talking about remasters, I really wish they would do something with this because, like I said, this is a very slept-on title, and I think it only sold like 400,000 copies or something like that. And afterwards, they only had like 2 more games in installments. Because with GameCube, this like the best thing about GameCube is it's like it didn't sell a lot, but there's like a lot of great games on there that only stayed on that system. And if they were to, reach back into their Nintendo/Disney vault and grab like a lot of their stuff, I would hope it would be stuff like this. What else they got? Hell, even they do like Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, like stuff like that. Like a lot of games that people are familiar with, just so they can bring them up and modernize them just a little bit more for a new audience. Because I was seeing what they were doing with the Wii U, because a lot of those games stuck on there, and then majority of them are now on the Switch. So there's a lot of stuff that's still stuck on the GameCube that they really need to either do like that Nintendo, the online subscription, do that, or just remaster them, because that's definitely a lot more money to leave on the table not doing that. But that's like one of many that I can easily name in terms of like GameCube games remastered.
Black Ranger, what kind of games is cool, weird that you need to play? Maybe on GameCube, maybe on PlayStation. I mean, give the audience something.
Cool and weird at the same time. Trying to think. What cool, weird stuff. See, video game. Something. He had something pop in the head.
He said, "I gotta show you off, so let me go grab it real quick."
You know what I'm saying?
He had to go to the bathroom break real quick in the middle of a live podcast, so
A cool, weird game for me. I'm trying to think. Probably growing up, it was it was funny to me, and it wasn't. It was a little weird, but I mean, the whole series that it came from is weird. Was and this is going old school. Fester's Quest on the original NES, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, you like that joint? I got into argument with my cousin over that.
It was weird.
He forced me to play that at his house. I ain't talking to you about that.
I'm not sure if I ever made it off the second level. Like, I know I played it for a very long time. It's a very weird game. But then again, the Addams Family is a very weird franchise all in itself. Outside of it, Wednesday was a dope series just now. But
I rented Fester Quest back in the day, right? And I was like, because back in the day, I love platforming games. It was just I was just never an Addams Family fan, and I just like, okay, I wasted that money, that rental. It was okay. It was just like,
It was
doing that again.
Something about it. It was just something about it. It's just like I still have. I don't know where I got the copy that I had from. Like I wasn't buying games for Nintendo when I was in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shoot, I'm saying 5th, like 2nd, 3rd grade. But
No.
I have a copy of it. My sisters didn't buy it. I think I stole it. Not gonna lie. I might have been a little klepto back in the day. I think I took it from my god brother.
Damn thief.
Why would you take it? Why would you take it? You just took us.
I don't know.
He said I didn't have it, so I wanted
of all the things he had that I could have taken. That's what I think he actually gave it to me because he knew it was stupid. He didn't want to play it.
Now he gave it to you.
He might have gave it to me. He's given me a lot of games, throughout the years. He gave me Sesame Street on NES. That one was
Sesame Street. He gave you all the whack ass games.
All the whack. I mean, he was a little older. I mean, he was giving me these when he had like a Turbo Graphics too.
Oh, he was doing the super hand-me-downs. Damn.
Yeah.
He didn't even go one generation before. He said, "Nah, you gonna get like 2 or 3 down the line."
He was like, take these. I was like, "Can I get Double Dragon?" He was like, "Fester's Quest."
There's so many weird games on Turbo Graphics. What was that one game? What is it? JJ and Jeff?
Who?
Or Turbo Graphics?
I don't know why I was thinking of JJ from Good Times when you told me.
I was too. You can't say JJ around for black folks.
Y'all get a chance. I believe it's called JJ and Jeff.
I don't know why this didn't pop in my head either.
Oh, that was fun.
I remember that game.
Booger Man was fun.
It was fun.
Did it come on Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I think it did.
Because I only played it on the Genesis.
Yeah, but this one was that. I mean, when I got it, I was just like, "Oh, it's boogers. Let's go." Of course. Weird. This one is actually a weird, cool game. Fester's Quest is just weird.
Yeah,
in general. But this one was weird, cool. Like this is still fun. People still look for this game, and it's definitely like I could still pop this in right now and have a good time.
Oh, man. What was that? Rocket Knight Adventures. It's not weird, but it's nobody really good game. Nobody really. Well, I said nobody really played it. It was hard. It was a good game. That was one of those like Genesis games. Like, dang, this game was fresh. It looked really good. I was like, I played so many Rocket Knight, and the cover was cool. Like the cover, it was that brown with a little raccoon, and then he was on Super Nintendo or something else too. Like,
you talking about Sparkster?
Sparkster, yeah.
Sparkster.
They made like a second version on the 360, right?
Huh? Yeah, there was
like a part 2.
Yeah, there was a. Yeah. No, I think it was like a remake or a remaster. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was called something else though. It wasn't called Rocket Knight Adventures. I forgot what they called.
No, Rocket Knight Adventures was on Genesis.
Yeah, I'm saying they came out with a sequel on 360, I believe.
Yeah, I remember it was on 360. It
was a weird game. A lot of people did not play. Well, I didn't say a lot. I always say not a lot of people played, but it didn't get the recognition is because it came after a really popular game, Unjamalami.
Oh, the girl who was on Parappa the Rapper. Like,
yeah, she was playing the guitar, and she was part of like she was a cow, but she was in this group with
she was a cow.
Cat. Yeah,
this whole time I thought she was a dog or a cat. Like,
no, she was a cow. She was a cow. She was a cow. And then she was with the group with the cat from Parappa the Rapper, and I think Parappa made one cameo, but like after Parappa the Rapper, then they did Unjamalami, which Unjamalami was really, really, really good. The music on Unjamalami was just because it was more like a guitar rock bass, and then another game that was really, really good was Buster Groove 1 and 2, not Buster Move, Buster Groove. If you haven't played Buster Groove, it is a good like choreographed dance game, but you got to use a controller. But you can only play it effectively on a CRT because the timing is off. Just like Unjamalami and Parappa the Rapper, if you go back and play it now, you can't play it even in like if you put your PS4 to HDMI, you can't play it. You'll just fail miserably because the timing is so off. Like it's made for a CRT unless you maybe put in the game mode and be really good at it. It's hard to play. Now, Parappa the Rapper on the PlayStation 4 fixed all of that. which is really good, but it's still kind of hard because they just get their timing down. The timing on Proper Rapper is crazy. But video game vulture, you went up to the bathroom and get something. What you go get?
Well, I didn't go in the bathroom. That would mean I had some shitty games, so I didn't. I went in the game room. Since we talking about GameCube, I grabbed a couple of GameCube games that I would like to see remastered. And I know Right Way you collected some GameCube for a while because this price is going to blow your mind on this one game. So one game I would like to see.
It won't, not GameCube. It wouldn't blow my mind.
No, it's going to blow your mind to see what I paid for it in comparison to what it costs now.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
So first, Warrior World. Look at that price.
$9.99.
Is that $8.99?
That's a $100 game now.
Yeah. Is that a real cover?
What?
No, I'm serious. Like, no,
only four. Oh, wait a minute.
No, it's a real like cover because it looked like faded.
Yeah. No, it's real.
Okay. Because you know sometimes
manual and receipt.
Where you get that one at?
You get that for $8.99?
You know why I got this? First year when we went to Portland Retro Game Expo.
Oh,
when I met you out there.
Oh,
I bought
really?
that.
Okay.
And then a couple more games, the original and sequel.
Beautiful Joe. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So
number 2 was almost as good as the original.
Yeah. That's a dope game. And
that's a hard game.
Yes. And a weird game that I played, weird game, rare game, expensive game. And I know you know about this, Mr. Right Way. Devil's Third.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
$300 game. But you know what? I had a lot of fun with that, and I got stuck with the one dude. I forgot what big muscular dude. Like it was BS. Like I was screaming too. Like
that game was terrible. That game is fun, and it's hard and fun though. But it's good. It's good.
It is. It's kind of weird, especially being on Nintendo, being a mature rated game. That game is it's pretty graphic.
Yeah, man. What's called a Gaming Off the Grid went through their whole game. They on their channel, and you just saw them raging out by some of that game.
Yeah,
it's so weird. That game, you know what? That game reminds me of it reminds me of Crank the movie, because I do at the beginning. He up in. If y'all had not played Devil's Third, you need to play it. I mean, before the shop closes about another month or so, download that joint. It's good. He's this like super criminal, like assassin. He have his own jail. His jail is like his own man cave. And then like what the president or somebody called him, say, hey man, we need you to go take these people out. And this dude jamming on it's funny. So he just like just jamming and having a good old time in jail, not worried about nothing. And then he got to break out of the jail to go get to these people. And everybody in jail trying to stop him and stuff. He whooping folks' tail and just, man, it's funny. It's a good game though.
Because that game was made by the original creator or like developer of Dead or Alive, right? Itagaki?
I think so.
I don't know. It was weird because he looks like Vin Diesel, but he's tatted like the dude from what's that Chinese guy from the Attitude Era, Mr. Right Way? The Chinese guy with tattoo. He know what I'm talking about because he does tattoos.
I was gonna say,
God damn, I can't remember.
He faced Bret Hart. What's his name?
He used to wear the white.
Yeah, no, he had because he didn't have tattoos, right? He had the paint those on his whole body before every match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I forgot what his name was.
That's what that dude remind me of. He got all.
Oh yeah, he do kind of look like that. Yeah. But yeah, it was made by the original creator of Dead or Alive. Because while I was looking at it, I'm like, this seemed like something he will make.
Matter of fact,
over
that's
the top.
The dude right there that I was raging out about. See that dude with that red hat?
Oh, the African soldier guy?
Yeah, man, that dude, bro. If you go back and find that street when I was playing that dude with my ass so many times. Crazy. I'm telling you, that dude was terrible. It still was a pretty cool game, kind of weird, but it still was cool though.
See, that's one of them. Wii U had some slept on stuff.
It did.
It did.
Definitely one of them.
I wouldn't mind a remaster of that. Definitely wouldn't mind that.
What was before we move on to the next topic, what was the worst game you ever played? Like that you just felt like was absolute trash. Like had no
Solar Jetman. I remember buying Solar Jetman on the Super Nintendo.
Solar Jetman.
Solar Jetman. Solar Jetman and Snake Rattle and Roll. I bought those two garbage games with my own allowance. I was so disappointed at those games. Like Solar Jet, man, was like the cover. That's back in the day where they had the best looking covers. You look on the back, oh, this game gonna be great. And you get home, that stuff is trash. I was so mad. I'm still mad to this day about buying those two games. Snake Rattle and Roll and Solar Jet, man. I hate those damn games. I hate it with a passion.
So for me, and the crazy thing is, it's a very expensive game for the Wii U. The Book of Unwritten Tales.
Oh man,
the game is trash. Like
it is trash.
It don't even make sense. It's like a $200 game. It is horrible.
It's trash. It
is so bad.
It's trash.
It's really bad.
I told y'all that game was trash. Do I believe it? But that trash like $400 now.
I'm glad I ain't paid what everybody else is paying. But that game is horrible. Like really, really bad.
Look, he said Snake Rattle and Roll is awesome. No, it's not.
Oh damn.
Snake Rattle and Roll is not awesome.
Snake Rattle and Roll, ain't that with Road Dogg used to do?
That was Road
Dogg. He came off the ropes.
Yeah, but he Snake Rattle. He came out did like this and then dropped
Shake Rattle Roll. That's what it's called. Shake Rattle Roll.
Now Santino did the snake thing. Remember?
Oh yeah. He's a clown, yo.
I will say for me, and I remember this very vividly to this day. It was September 1st of 2007, and this would. Oh yeah, I remember this because I'm still kind of traumatized to this day. But I told you it was 2 months after I got my 360 on my
double dribble
on my 17th birthday. It was a game called Two Worlds, and this was essentially like it was a very poor man's version of Elder Scrolls because back then I got my 360 to play Gears of War, Fable 2 when that was gonna come out, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion because everybody was talking about that shit. I never forget how many people saw my Elder Scrolls, and then Two Worlds because I remember that was heavily advertised, and they were saying like. They were saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, it puts Elder Scrolls and like other like Western RPGs to shame." So I'm all right, dope, and you can play on 2 players, right? So I bought it. Day it came out, took it home, installed it, booted it up, and the first thing I noticed on the game was like every single character that was moving in the background. It's almost like they were being animated in like Adobe Paint. Like it was the weirdest shit that I ever seen. I'm like. All right, maybe that's just like that's one area, right? Let me explore the rest of the game. Boy, when you started getting to the actual NPCs and talking to characters, they were like some of the stiffest things ever. And then every time you were like to swing a sword, it sounded like you were punching somebody. I'm like, damn, I could have swore. You know what? Again, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just this part of the game. So this is the breaking point for me. I get to the dungeon to where you have to free like this little elf guy, right? He had like suit armor for you to just would have used to get to like another one of the dungeons. Go up to the mountaintop where else would meet him at. The dude's right there. As soon as I talk to him, game hard crashes and erases everything off my hard drive. And when I say everything, I mean the game save file. It erased my almost 3 months worth of save files that I was doing in terms of all the other game progresses I was making. For some reason, it corrupted my Xbox Live game profile. So all my achievements that I earned up to then gone. So I'm like, all right, well, it clearly ain't me. It's definitely a Zephyr game. So I put that joint right back. And literally a month later, apparently a lot of people were having the same issue with that game to where they came out with a statement and they sent everybody apology letters to like retailers. I got mine from GameStop. So they sent an apology letter to GameStop. They sent one to me. Pretty much anybody who bought that game for the first like 2 or 3 months. It was terrible. Like I said, that.
What the apology gonna do for your save files though?
Nothing. That's why I'm like, what about my save file? What about me? Like, mother.
What about Raven? What about my save file?
Yeah. What about Raven?
Yeah, what about Raven? Black Ranger, man.
What you got? What you got?
What you got?
Is a Wii Fit, man.
What?
I'm fat, all right.
Oh, it broke something. It broke something.
This dude said we fit. That's funny.
It ain't nothing like standing on a little board and then making a little round figure of you on the screen. I ain't got time for that. I like myself. I'm worth a lot. That's what they said in elementary school.
He said we
But
fit this.
You know what? You know what was a terrible game? It's kind of a tie between. I don't know anybody else's opinion, but RoboCop on NES.
I played that.
Terminator on SNES. They were both pretty much like.
I like RoboCop.
I like Terminator.
RoboCop, you had to get used to it.
Now you know what it was. I think I played it too late in life too. Like I got RoboCop during like the PS2 era.
Oh yeah, you played it late. You played it really late.
So
you had to play it when the movie came out.
Yeah, see, I couldn't play it back then because I was too young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
it was good. It was okay.
Picking it up then, and you know, I think it was too hard for me back then. I ain't want nothing hard. See, now I could probably sit through and play through it. Yeah, now I did sit through and play through Terminator a little while ago and was like, I'm gonna get off this first level before the end of the night.
Because it's question marks. He said, "What this man on?"
I think we fit gave you. Hey, they made you mad.
Hey, look, we fit, man. Whoo. I had to throw my board away. It's like
that heavy. Speaking of We Fit, why every time you go like the Goodwill or a thrift store, why they like $25? They always in there, but they're like $25. Like nobody give you $25 for no We Fit board. I mean, I found now. You know what? It's really hard to find. It's a We Fit U board or Wii U Fit board. Or a Wii Fit board in a Wii U box. I got one of those, but I luckily found one of those. But nobody ain't really using the Wii Fit board. I did use a Wii Fit board to play Punch Out. Did y'all use that?
Ooh. Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah,
like, it's hard as hell though.
Yeah, if you stood on it, you can like bob and weave. Yeah,
bob and weave.
I remember that.
Yeah. It's the only. I ain't said the only Wii game. But it's only, I guess, fun Wii game that's used with the Wii Fit board or Wii U board. I mean, the Wii Fit board. That is pretty dope. And with Punch Out is still expensive now on the Wii. On the Wii, it's like a $30-$40 game.
Damn, it went up in price. Last I checked, it was $20.
It hovers around $20 to $30. Yeah, it hovers. It hovers a lot, man.
Got it for like $5.
That's what's up.
That's what Video Game Vulture. He had helped me get a what's that? Wii Fit, but Wario Land.
Shake It.
Yeah, for $3. He said, "Man, look, you'll get the game." I said, "You already got it." Game. I said, "No." He said,
"Got a chance to play that."
Dude was sold for. He sold. I think I still got it. I gotta go check another room and see, but I don't know.
You played yet?
Yeah, I played it.
That's a really good game.
Smooth Moves is good too.
Somebody gave me Smooth Moves.
Who gave you Smooth
Moves? That's not the Wario game.
God sent it. Guy the channel, friend of the channel.
I thought you were talking about something else. No, stop.
Pause. No, but I've been waiting to say that all episode. We definitely had some pause situations.
Yeah, I mean, you said so smooth. Yeah, somebody gave me some Smooth Moves. I'm like,
what he said?
I said, "What are you talking about, bro?"
He said, "Oh, wait a minute, they ain't the right. I don't think those the right moves you were talking about."
He said, he had a relaxed face. Yeah, somebody use a Smooth Moves. All right, what?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, man. Get them Smooth Moves.
Terrible.
Oh, guys, man, it's been fun. We're gonna probably go stop this. Is about an hour 30 minutes. I appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. It's been really, really fun for episode 2. We're just talking about a couple things, like I said, we get together. We're gonna have more people coming on. Maybe next week we might have 5, maybe have 6, but we try to have at least 4. Everybody showed up on time. When you got 4 brothers, we show up on CPT time. If you don't know, ask your friends about it. But yeah, guys, if you don't know, Video Game Vulture, Mega ZX, Black Ranger, look them up. They are all on the socials, on their names. And guys, we want to thank y'all so much for everything. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. And always remember to do it the right way. See you later.